It is now 6:30.
6:30. Those that came late, too bad. Then I score the top, and I throw the second one on. So if you want to throw bigger pieces, you just throw balls all the way up. Make sure that your bottom here is not like that. If you do it like that and you throw it on there, what happens?
Big bubble.
And you're going to spend all that time popping it. So, like that. And then we're not centering the bottom anymore, just the top.
Is that about 15 pounds of clay, 20 pounds?
It's 12.
12.
The bag behind me,
Okay.
it was a full bag, so
Half a bag.
half a bag. If you have air bubbles in your piece, if you squeeze real hard, the air bubble will come to the surface and it'll just pop. Another question, how center does this have to be to open it up? I know a lot of you are spending a lot of time trying to get this just perfect. You really don't have to. When you center this here and you open it up, right now you're trying to center all of this here. When you open it up, you're only trying to center that much, and it's a lot easier. When you open up the hole in the bottom, not this way, but like this here, you're going to go down between 1.5 inches to 2 inches at a 45-degree angle, and then open it up. Folks have questions, just ask, okay? We're going to have a test at the end of the class. Okay, we're doing a bowl. So at this point, I have to have an idea of how big a bowl I want, because I have to know how big a base I want. The bigger the base, the wider the bowl.
Something like that, how much do you leave on the bottom, Jim?
I leave about 3/4 of an inch. It's about an inch now. Because when I come down with a rib, I'm going to cut down on that. Okay, bring it back to a cone shape. When you bring it back to a cone shape, it's not like this here. The left hand is at a 45-degree angle. Seems like how you center. Pull hard with the right hand, it's going to hit the left hand, and it'll naturally go to center. Remember last time we told you that when you're throwing bowls or platters like that, the lip is always thick. What some of you folks are doing is not just the lip, but you're doing the whole wall thick, and then you're trying to open it up. It should be like a mushroom, like this here, and the top is really big, because that's going to flare out. The wall should be thin.
How thin?
I was waiting for someone to ask that. If you're going to go really wide, I'd go about 3/8 of an inch. When I get into the cylinder, I'll let you folks come and touch and see how thin it is. And then we'll open it up and you can check again. Now, some of you, when you're pulling this thing up and there's air bubbles, you get really paranoid. You start making holes in it. And you can do that, but I just leave the air bubbles in, and I just pull the piece, and when it's done, leather hard will take the air bubbles out. That's what's in the drying box now, and we're going to show you how to take air bubbles out of the pot. So when you folks go and take pottery from another teacher and they say, well, how come you got all these air bubbles out in there? Don't tell them I told you to leave them in.
You didn't hear it from me.
Tell them you like air bubbles.
What's that?
Tell them you like air bubbles.
Yeah.
You're trying to sabotage
More
everything
character.
in the kiln.
Yeah.
You're building a bomb.
Yes.
So the bump that's on the outside right now, that's an air bubble?
There's a real air pot, there's a,
Yeah, see that, yeah.
there.
Right there, yeah.
Okay. When you poke it, don't just make these small holes, because you only have holes on one side. When you touch it, it's going to cover it up. Poke it all the way through, so when you touch this side, it forces the air on the other side. At one time, I did a series of pots that I wanted air bubbles in. So what I did was I wedged ice cubes into the clay and then threw it. So you have all these air bubbles.
And how did it turn out? And?
People say that if you fire pots with air bubbles, what happens?
It explodes.
Not really true. If you fire fast, it explodes. But if you come up the first 500 degrees slow, air bubbles won't explode on you.
It's the water, right?
It's the water. The water has to, when the water turns to gas, it has to get out.
Yeah.
But if you do it slow enough, it'll come out. Don't tell them I told you that either. Okay, we'll do one more pull and then we'll start shaping.
How do you know when you've pulled enough up?
When I get to the 3/8 of an inch, I guess,